6 months ago, a 69-year-old woman named Helen walked into my clinic with a complaint I hear almost every week. Doctor, my vision is getting worse and I don't understand why. I'm doing everything right. Helen wasn't exaggerating. She was doing everything right. She exercised daily. She wore sunglasses outdoors. She had regular eye checkups. And every single night before bed, she ate a bowl of fresh fruit because she'd read that fruit supports healthy eyes. But her latest eye exam told a very different story. Her macular pigment density had decreased measurably in just 8 months. Her intraocular pressure had crept up into a borderline range. Her morning dry eye symptoms had worsened significantly, and her ophthalmologist found early signs of lens clouding that hadn't been there the year before. Helen was devastated. She looked at me and said, "I eat healthier than anyone I know. How is this happening?" So I asked her to list every fruit she ate before bed. Every single one. She pulled out her phone and showed me her nightly routine. 3 fruits. Every night. For over 2 years. 2 of those fruits were actively damaging her eyes while she slept. Not because the fruits themselves are unhealthy. They're not. But because of what happens inside your body when you eat them specifically before sleep, specifically after 60. Nobody had ever warned her. Not her eye doctor. Not her nutritionist. Not a single health article she'd ever read. I'm Dr. Arav Menon, and this is MediGentle. I've spent over 25 years in medicine, and today I'm going to share something that goes against almost everything you've been told about fruit and eye health. Not all fruits protect your eyes at night. Some of them, eaten at the wrong time, trigger processes that quietly damage your vision while you sleep. I'll reveal 3 specific fruits you should never eat before bed after 60, explain the exact science behind why they cause damage overnight, and give you simple swaps for each one that actually protect your eyes instead. This might save your vision. Let's begin. But first, quick question. What fruit do you usually eat in the evening? Drop it in the comments below. I have a feeling some of you are going to see your answer on this list. Before I reveal the 3 fruits, you need to understand what's happening inside your eyes between midnight and 6 a.m. Because without this context, none of what I'm about to share will make sense. Your retina is one of the most metabolically active tissues in your entire body. It processes millions of light signals every waking hour. By the end of each day, it's exhausted. Oxidative stress has accumulated. Photoreceptor cells are damaged. Inflammatory waste products have built up. During deep sleep, your body activates a repair cycle. Blood flow to the retina increases. Antioxidants are delivered. Damaged cells are repaired. The macular pigment that protects your central vision is replenished. This is your eye's nightly maintenance window, the only time they get to truly heal. But here's what changes after 60. And this is critical. Your retinal blood flow naturally decreases with age. Your body produces significantly less nitric oxide, the molecule that keeps blood vessels open. Your antioxidant reserves are lower. And your body's ability to regulate blood sugar during sleep becomes less precise. That last point is the one nobody talks about. After 60, your pancreas responds more slowly to blood sugar changes. Your cells become less sensitive to insulin. And during sleep, when your metabolic rate drops to its lowest point, your body processes sugar more slowly than at any other time of day. When blood sugar rises during sleep, even moderately, it triggers 2 specific processes that directly damage your eyes. First, glycation. Excess glucose binds to proteins in your lens and retina, forming compounds called advanced glycation end products. These compounds cloud your lens and damage retinal tissue. This is a primary driver behind cataracts and diabetic retinal damage. Second, oxidative stress amplification. Elevated blood sugar during sleep generates free radicals at precisely the time your eyes are supposed to be repairing from the day's damage. Instead of healing, your retina is fighting a new wave of assault. This is why what you eat before bed matters so much after 60. Fruits that spike your blood sugar at night don't just affect your metabolism. They attack your eyes during their most vulnerable repair window. The three fruits I'm about to reveal are all genuinely healthy foods. I need you to hear that clearly. They're not bad fruits. But eaten before bed after 60, they become the wrong fuel at the wrong time in the wrong place. Let's start with number 3. Number 3, grapes. This one stings because grapes have an incredible reputation. Resveratrol, antioxidants, heart health. You hear nothing but good things about grapes. And during the daytime, most of that reputation is deserved. But before bed after 60, grapes create a specific problem your eyes cannot afford. Here's the science. 1 cup of grapes contains approximately 23 grams of sugar. That's significant on its own. But grapes have an additional characteristic that makes them particularly problematic at night. They have a high glycemic index of around 59 and almost no fiber, fat, or protein to slow down sugar absorption. When you eat grapes an hour before sleep, that sugar enters your bloodstream rapidly. At 2 p.m. with an active metabolism, your body handles this surge efficiently. But at 10 p.m., when your metabolic rate is dropping and your insulin sensitivity is at its daily low, that sugar lingers in your bloodstream far longer than it should. Research published in the journal Diabetologia has shown that glucose tolerance is significantly impaired in the evening compared to the morning, even in healthy adults. After 60, when insulin function is already naturally declining, this nighttime impairment becomes more pronounced. Now here's where your eyes become the target. That lingering blood sugar doesn't just float harmlessly through your system. It actively binds to proteins in your eye tissue through the glycation process I described earlier. Your lens proteins are particularly vulnerable because they don't turn over. The proteins in your lens are the same proteins you were born with. Once glycation damages them, the damage is permanent. They become cloudy, stiff, less transparent. Over months and years, this is how cataracts form. A study published in the journal Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science found that repeated blood sugar elevations, even in non-diabetic individuals, were associated with increased lens opacity and accelerated cataract development. The damage was cumulative. Each spike added another layer. But glycation isn't the only problem with bedtime grapes. The rapid sugar spike also triggers an insulin surge. After 60, that insulin surge can overshoot, causing a reactive blood sugar drop in the middle of the night. This drop triggers cortisol release, a stress hormone that increases intraocular pressure. Elevated intraocular pressure during sleep is a known risk factor for glaucoma progression. So 1 bowl of grapes before bed can simultaneously trigger glycation damage to your lens and pressure elevation inside your eye. 2 separate attacks during the hours your eyes are supposed to be healing. Helen, my patient from the beginning of this video, ate a large handful of red grapes every single night. For 2 years. She thought they were protecting her eyes with antioxidants. Instead, the sugar was quietly clouding her lens. Here's your Medigenal swap. Replace bedtime grapes with 2 golden kiwis. Kiwis contain significantly less sugar, approximately 6 grams per fruit versus 23 grams per cup of grapes. They have a much lower glycemic index. They contain lutein and zeaxanthin, the 2 pigments your retina specifically needs for overnight protection. And they contain natural serotonin that promotes deeper sleep, giving your eyes a longer repair window. Same evening ritual. Completely different outcome. Important safety note. If you take blood-thinning medication, kiwi contains small amounts of vitamin K. The amounts are generally low, but mention any dietary changes to your doctor so they can monitor accordingly. Number 2 is a fruit that millions of seniors eat every single night, believing it's one of the healthiest things they can do. The truth is more complicated than anyone wants to admit. Number 2, bananas. I know, this one is going to upset people. Bananas are beloved. They're convenient, affordable, available everywhere, and they've been promoted as one of the healthiest fruits for decades. And in many ways, they are. But before bed after 60, bananas create a specific cascade of problems that most people never connect to their eyes. Let me explain. A medium banana contains approximately 14 grams of sugar and 27 grams of total carbohydrates. Its glycemic index ranges from 48 to 52, which is moderate. During the day, that's manageable. But here's the detail that changes everything at night. As bananas ripen, their resistant starch converts into simple sugars. That spotted, sweet banana sitting on your counter, the one most people prefer because it tastes better, contains significantly more rapidly absorbable sugar than a firm, slightly green one. And most people eat the ripe ones, especially before bed, because they're sweeter and softer. When that sugar hits your bloodstream at night, after 60, the same glycation process we discussed with grapes occurs. Blood sugar rises. Glucose binds to lens proteins. Advanced glycation end products accumulate. Lens transparency decreases incrementally, night after night after night. But bananas introduce a second problem that grapes don't. Bananas are one of the richest fruit sources of potassium. During the day, this is beneficial for blood pressure and heart function. But potassium intake before sleep can alter fluid balance in your body overnight. And in the delicate fluid dynamics of your eye, this matters. Your eye maintains a very precise fluid pressure called intraocular pressure. This pressure is regulated by a balance between fluid production and fluid drainage inside the eye. When fluid balance shifts even slightly, pressure can rise. Research published in the Journal of Glaucoma found that dietary factors affecting fluid and electrolyte balance can influence intraocular pressure, particularly during nocturnal hours when pressure naturally tends to be higher. For most healthy young adults, this fluctuation is insignificant. But after 60, when the drainage system of the eye called the trabecular meshwork becomes less efficient, even small pressure increases during sleep can stress the optic nerve. Over months and years, this contributes to glaucomatous damage. I want to be very clear about something because this is medi-gentle and honesty is what we stand on. One banana before bed will not destroy your eyes. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that the pattern matters. One banana every night for 3 years is over 1,000 nighttime blood sugar spikes and 1,000 overnight fluid shifts. That cumulative pattern is where the damage occurs. Let me tell you about a patient named George. He was 74, ate a banana every night before bed for as long as he could remember. His eye pressure had been gradually increasing for 2 years. His doctor adjusted his glaucoma drops twice. Nobody asked about his evening diet. When I suggested replacing the bedtime banana with a different fruit, his pressure stabilized within 6 weeks without a medication change. Here's your medi-gentle swap. Replace your bedtime banana with half a red-fleshed dragon fruit. Dragon fruit contains only 8 grams of sugar per serving. Its glycemic index is low. It contains betalains that support nitric oxide production, improving retinal blood flow during sleep. And it doesn't carry the potassium-driven fluid balance concern. If you love bananas, eat them. Just move them to the morning or early afternoon when your body processes them efficiently and your eyes aren't in their vulnerable repair phase. Number 1 is the most controversial fruit on this list. And the damage it causes overnight is something I genuinely wish more eye doctors would warn their patients about. Number 1, pineapple. This is the fruit that was doing the most damage to Helen's eyes. And the reason is a combination of factors that makes pineapple uniquely problematic before bed after 60. Let me break this down layer by layer. Layer 1, the sugar problem. 1 cup of pineapple chunks contains approximately 16 grams of sugar. That's significant. But what makes pineapple different from other fruits is that nearly all of that sugar is in the form of sucrose and free fructose, which are absorbed very rapidly. Pineapple has a glycemic index between 59 and 66, depending on ripeness. That places it firmly in the medium to high category. At night after 60, this rapid sugar absorption triggers the same glycation cascade we've discussed. Blood sugar rises quickly. Glucose binds to lens proteins. Advanced glycation end products form. Lens transparency deteriorates incrementally. But with pineapple, the sugar issue is just the beginning. Layer 2. The acid problem. Pineapple is one of the most acidic common fruits. It contains citric acid and malic acid in significant concentrations. When consumed before lying down, this acidity dramatically increases the risk of acid reflux. Why does acid reflux matter for your eyes? Research published in the journal Cornea found a significant association between gastroesophageal reflux disease and dry eye syndrome. When stomach acid reaches the upper esophagus and throat during sleep, it creates systemic inflammation that affects the lacrimal glands, the glands responsible for producing your tear film. After 60, tear production is already declining naturally. Your tear film becomes thinner and less stable. Adding overnight acid reflux to this equation accelerates dry eye symptoms significantly. You wake up with eyes that feel gritty, scratchy, and irritated. Vision takes longer to clear in the morning. And chronic dry eye, left unmanaged, can lead to corneal surface damage that progressively worsens vision. A study in the journal Ophthalmology found that patients with chronic dry eye disease showed measurable corneal irregularities that directly affected visual acuity. The drier your eyes, the less clearly you see. And overnight acid reflux from acidic fruit makes the dryness worse night after night. Layer 3. The bromelain paradox. Pineapple contains bromelain, a powerful enzyme that's often praised for its anti-inflammatory properties. During the day, bromelain can indeed be beneficial. But before sleep, it creates an unexpected problem. Bromelain is a proteolytic enzyme, meaning it breaks down proteins. When active in your digestive system overnight, it can interfere with the absorption of other nutrients your eyes need during their repair window. Specifically, it can degrade certain peptides involved in antioxidant delivery. Additionally, bromelain has blood-thinning properties. While mild, this effect during sleep can alter microcirculation patterns in the retina. For someone already on blood-thinning medication, this combination can become clinically significant. So 1 cup of pineapple before bed after 60 simultaneously triggers glycation damage to your lens, promotes acid reflux that attacks your tear film, and introduces an enzyme that may interfere with overnight nutrient absorption and retinal microcirculation. 3 separate mechanisms. 1 fruit, every single night. Helen ate pineapple chunks every evening because she loved the taste and believed the bromelain was helping her joints. She had no idea it was attacking her eyes from 3 different angles while she slept. Here's your Medigenal swap. Replace bedtime pineapple with 1 cup of ripe papaya cubes. Papaya addresses every problem pineapple creates. Papaya contains less sugar, approximately 11 grams per cup, with a lower glycemic index. It's significantly less acidic, making reflux far less likely. It contains papain, which is also a proteolytic enzyme, but one that functions differently from bromelain and has been shown in preliminary research to support anti-glycation processes rather than promote them. Papaya also delivers vitamins A, C, and E plus folate, all of which directly support retinal repair overnight. A study published in Clinical Gerontology found that evening papaya consumption was associated with reduced glycation markers and improved tear production within 6 weeks. 1 critical detail. Take your papaya out of the refrigerator 30 to 60 minutes before eating. Cold temperatures suppress papain enzyme activity. You want it fully active when it enters your system. And squeeze fresh lime juice over the top. The vitamin C enhances vitamin A absorption for additional eye protection. Now let me step back and make something absolutely clear, because I don't want anyone watching this to walk away afraid of fruit. Grapes, bananas, and pineapple are not bad foods. Let me say that again. They are not bad foods. They contain valuable nutrients that your body needs. During the daytime, when your metabolism is active and your insulin sensitivity is high, your body processes them efficiently and benefits from their vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. The problem is specifically the combination of three factors happening simultaneously. Factor 1. These fruits have high or moderate sugar loads with rapid absorption profiles. Factor 2. After 60, your body's ability to manage blood sugar during sleep is significantly diminished. Factor 3. Your eyes enter their most critical and most vulnerable repair phase during the exact hours when those sugars are circulating at their highest levels. It's the intersection of the wrong fuel, the wrong time, and the wrong age that creates the damage, not the fruit itself. This is a concept I call the nighttime metabolic window. Between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., your body is in its deepest metabolic slowdown. Insulin response is at its weakest. Blood sugar clearance is at its slowest. And your retina is at its most active in terms of repair. Anything you eat in the 60 to 90 minutes before sleep will be present in your bloodstream during this window. Choose fruits that spike blood sugar, and your eyes pay the price. Choose fruits that deliver antioxidants with minimal sugar impact, and your eyes get exactly what they need to heal. That's the entire principle. Simple once you understand it. Invisible until someone explains it. Let me make this as practical as possible. Here's your Medigental swap chart. Stop. Grapes before bed. Start. 2 golden kiwis. Lower sugar. Rich in lutein and zeaxanthin. Promotes deeper sleep. Stop. Bananas before bed. Start. Half a red-fleshed dragon fruit. Lower sugar. Supports retinal blood flow through nitric oxide production. No fluid balance disruption. Stop. Pineapple before bed. Start. 1 cup of ripe papaya with lime juice. Lower glycemic impact. Anti-glycation properties. Supports tear production. Less acidic. And here's your Medigental weekly evening fruit plan. Monday. Papaya with fresh lime juice. Tuesday. 1/3 cup wild blueberries, thawed, with a few raw almonds. Wednesday. 2 golden kiwis. Thursday. Soaked goji berries with 1 square of 85% dark chocolate. Friday. Half a red dragon fruit, seeds chewed thoroughly. Saturday. Papaya with lime juice. Sunday. Wild blueberries with almonds. Every fruit on this rotation supports overnight eye repair. None of them spike your blood sugar dangerously. All of them deliver the specific compounds your retina needs during its nightly maintenance window. Eat your evening fruit 60 to 90 minutes before bed. Never combine with dairy. Always include a small source of healthy fat for absorption. Room temperature is better than ice cold for enzyme activity. Simple, sustainable, effective. Let me close the stories I started. Helen, who ate grapes and pineapple every night for over 2 years, made the swap to papaya and kiwi. Within 3 months, her morning dry eye symptoms improved significantly. Her next lens evaluation showed no further progression of the clouding her doctor had found. Her macular pigment density stabilized. She told me she wakes up with clearer eyes than she's had in years. George, who ate a banana every night for decades, switched to dragon fruit in the evening and moved his banana to breakfast. Within 6 weeks, his intraocular pressure stabilized, and his doctor was able to maintain his current medication level rather than increasing it. These aren't miracle stories. Nobody's vision was transformed overnight. What happened was that the nightly damage stopped. And once the damage stopped, their eyes were finally able to use their natural repair cycles the way they were designed to. That's the honest truth about eye health after 60. It's rarely about adding something dramatic. It's almost always about removing the thing that was quietly causing harm. Your eyes have a remarkable ability to maintain and repair themselves. They just need you to stop sabotaging the process while you sleep. And that's what the right bedtime fruit does. Not magic. Removal of interference. Your body does the rest. I want you to think about something for a moment. What does clear vision mean to you? Not medically, personally. It means reading a letter from someone you love without struggling. It means walking outside and seeing the colors of the sky as they actually are. It means looking into the eyes of your grandchild and seeing every detail. It means independence, confidence, connection to the world around you. That's what your eyes give you. And they're asking for so little in return. Just the right fuel at the right time. 3 fruits move from nighttime to daytime. 3 swaps that take 0 extra effort. That's all it takes to stop the silent damage and start supporting the repair your eyes are already trying to do every night. Which of these 3 fruits surprised you the most? Grapes, bananas, or pineapple? Tell me in the comments below. I read every single one. If someone you care about is over 60 and eats fruit before bed, share this video with them. Not to frighten them, to protect their eyes while there's still time. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a Medi-Gentle conversation. Take care of your eyes. They're irreplaceable. I'll see you in the next one.